Hey friends and family, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and you know when I showcase a deck, I always will do a few readings using that deck to show how it reads, and I put it back in its original box. So as you realize, the video I got yesterday, the surprise deck that I got yesterday, was the Rosenwald Tarot by the folks over at Artisan Tarot. And for those of you who saw that video, and please watch it, but for those of you who did watch it, you may have said, how did she get that back in there? Well, I did. It was really easy. I'm a very patient person. If you purchase the deck, just treat it with respect. That's all. It's a sideways shake. You take it out. You slide this. We have, for any of you who've received like Sullivan Hissman kind of decks, we're used to tabs and wraps, right? So, you have to take care. And then this like origami wonder here, the origami fold is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So just remember how you did it, middle, bottom, and top. So it would be bottom and top first, and then the middle last. So at any rate, here it is again. I am going to be doing a reading using this deck. Now, some of you may recall, all of you will recall, that my phone had some crazy glitch going on when I reversed the direction of the camera. And I really regret that it happened, but at the same time, I had already opened the deck and I had already spontaneously did the video, So I had to go through with it. And fortunately, the divine universe allowed me to show the deck, I think, without any other glitches. But in the beginning, there were glitches. So bear in mind, just get past the few glitches in that video and we'll be fine. Now, this is only about 10 minutes after I did that video. So I'm going to switch the direction of the camera, and I'm hoping that the glitches are done. I don't know what it was. Maybe there was a solar flare somewhere. Maybe it was static electricity. I don't know. It's never done that before. So I hope I never have it happen again. So let me go off camera. Think of a good question to put to the cards. And we'll see this deck in action. Oh, and do you want to, let's see. How will I shuffle this? Let me see. It is wax. Yeah, it can be, but I'm not going to because I don't want to, excuse me. I don't want to tempt fate. So I'm going to overhand shuffle. I think the cards are very well protected because of the wax that Kristen has put on it. So I'm going to go off into my meditative place, think of a question, continue to shuffle the cards. Remember, it's a 22-card deck. So we're working with all the Triumph cards, right? So give me a minute. So for those of you who may have caught my yearly spread for 2025, the first card for January was the Fool card. And I don't know if I said it on camera, but the first thing that occurred to me was, the Fool rushes in, right? And the second card was a Judgment card, like announcements or things being brought to the surface or, that kind of thing. At any rate, I just want, it's glitching again. What is going on? I just want some clarification on what aspects of the Fool rushing in for January, what aspects of the Fool, is still, now today it's probably the 24th, maybe the 23rd or the 24th, so it's almost the end of the month, but I still want clarification on what was meant by the Fool for January. Was it recklessness? Was it literally a fool, taking over? What did it, what? I just want more insight into the Fool. And again, this is the beautiful Rosenwald by Artisan Tarot. So here we have the female Pope. Now I know when I was doing my other video, I think I accidentally said, I confused the female Pope with the Empress, but I think I was just preoccupied by the glitching of the camera that I wasn't paying as close attention as I ought to have. But this is clearly the female Pope. So we have a woman, okay? Followed by lover. And we have justice. Now remember that the rose. Oh man, I hate that my camera is acting so stupid. Remember that the Rosenwald was only found because it was a discarded sheet. You know, there was something about it that was not up to snuff, right? And it was probably because it was accidentally printed in reverse, which is how the deck came to us, right? It was in reverse. And you'll notice that the numbers are different. Well, here we have, these numbers are the same. We have 2, 6, and 8. So they're the same. They're the same. But some of the cards had different numbers. So when I add up to do the quint, I have to take care to pick the corresponding number to this deck, which may not be what we would typically think it is. So for example, 2 and 6 would be 8. 8 and 8 would be 16. So in a normal, a typical modern deck, we would identify the tower as 16, but I don't know if the tower is actually 16 or not. So say it's not numbered. So I'm going to say it is the tower because it might as well be. And I think probably some cards might have been numbered and some cards might not have been, because region to region, they may have opted to put their cards in their own order. So let me pull the tower, and I'm going to say that it's 16, since no other card is labeled 16. So what does it mean? We have intuition. Think of the things that the female Pope can mean. It can mean intuition, trusting your instincts. It can mean deception. I mean, if we are to believe that the female Pope was symbolic of Pope Joan, because in 1501, when this deck, the latest that this deck could have been created, this would have represented Pope Joan. She may or may not have existed, but it doesn't matter if she did or not, because the folks in 1501 would have believed she did exist. And this would have been representing Pope Joan. And Pope Joan was a scholarly woman who rose to the ranks of Pope through deception. See? So it could be deception. It could be an aspect of the Fool. Remember, I'm asking for clarification on what the Fool rushing in, being the January card. I'm still, it could just mean that the Fool's taken over. That could be it. But in what way? So there could be an aspect of this. Could be people follow your intuition. Could be deception. Here we have a partnership. Could be a love match. In those days, it could have represented most likely a betrothal or a promise between two people, a love match. But if you noticed any of those rallies and any of those inaugural videos, there was a love match happening, right? Pledges of loyalty were displayed. Justice, legal matters. deception, partnership, loyalty regarding legal matters. And then some type of devastation, some type of calamity. So that's the take for fine-tuning what the Fool card represented for the month of January. So I think, if you think about it, we know who and what these cards are suggesting. I don't want to spell anything out, but if you follow the news and you're aware of what's been going on, it's kind of easy, to figure out what's going on here. The Constitution has been disregarded. I'll say no more than that. Until next time, friends, peace, stay well, be kind, and check out the video I did for the unveiling of this deck. It's a very special deck. The Rosenwald is a fun deck. And if you don't know anything about the Rosenwald, then watch the video, because I do go into its history as much as I could remember when I was, doing a very spontaneous video. Until next time, I think I already said it, but peace, stay well, be kind.